This software company had got into severe financial difficulties. With turnover of approximately £800,000, it had made a loss of £750,000. It had trade debts in excess of £100,000, and several creditors had written threatening to issue winding up orders. Despite this, the management team ignored the letters, and the board of directors seemed unaware of the true extent of the mounting debts. The company also owed Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs £350,000 in unpaid income tax and national insurance contribution deductions. The future looks bleak. I was asked by the major shareholder to evaluate the business to see if it could be rescued and to create a rescue and turnaround plan. Taking the company through a phoenix approach to lose debt and reform was not an option, as the major investor would lose several $100,000 it had provided by way of loans, and the company would also lose the intellectual property to its software due to a poorly negotiated contracts. I flew to the United States and met all the senior managers of its principal business partner to understand the market in which my client operated, to gain their perception of my client, and to understand the legal ramifications of different potential courses of action. In just 10 days, I analysed the business, its products, and its market. I concluded the business could be saved, but time was of the essence. The major shareholder agreed to put my plan into practice and contracted me to work as a part-time interim CEO, together with another independent management practitioner acting as chairman. Costs needed to be slashed, and quickly. The only major cost, though, that could be addressed quickly was headcount, so we immediately made redundant 50% of its workforce of 20. This was not a decision made lightly, and was not without its own risks, but without it the whole business would have collapsed within weeks. I then introduced stricter sales planning for sales opportunities to maximize the chances of winning these sales and increasing revenues. I contacted and met all the trade creditors and persuaded them all to give me time to turn the company around so that they then could be repaid in full. I made contact with Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs to explain what was happening, to negotiate a removal of accrued interest, and to agree a sensible time frame during which the outstanding taxes could be paid. These negotiations were complex and lengthy, but finally we agreed a plan. The results of my actions were that turnover grew in the first 12 months from £800,000 to £1.2 million, with the losses of £750,000 turned into profits of £200,000. All trade creditors were repaid in full, and Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs debt was repaid on time over the agreed period. The company was also able to repay all verifiable investors' loans, so it could continue to trade without the need for loans or other external finance.